Is everything you know a lie? For centuries, religions have shaped civilizations. They've taught us right from wrong, drawn lines between the sacred and the profane. They've made us believe in gods, prophets, and miracles. But what if none of it was real? What if the truth has been hidden in the shadows, waiting to be uncovered by those brave, or perhaps foolish enough to look? What if the greatest lie ever told is still being whispered in our ears? We journey into the forgotten corners of history, where religion and science collide in a terrifying tangled web of power, deception, and control. Prepare yourself, because once you learn the truth, there's no turning back. The greatest lie ever told? The shocking truth behind religion and science. Before temples and holy texts, before prophets walked the earth and gods claimed the heavens, there was only the void. For most of human history, religion wasn't a guiding force. It didn't even exist. Humans roamed the earth for over 2 million years, and during most of that time, they had no concept of gods or the divine. They were hunters, gatherers, beings ruled by instinct and survival. Imagine a world where every shadow could hide a predator, every sound could be your last. In that world, there were no prayers, no faith to cling to. Religion, as we know it, has been with us for less than 0.2% of human history. The earliest known religious structures and texts are only about 6,500 years old. But humans have existed for millions of years without these beliefs. So what happened? What changed? Why did we suddenly start inventing gods and myths to explain the world around us? Was it to understand the unknown? Or was it something darker, a need for power, for control? Tens of thousands of years ago, something changed in the minds of early humans. They began to bury their dead, but not just to dispose of the bodies. No, they buried them with care, with ritual. They left behind offerings, tools, and weapons, perhaps a sign that they believed in something more than life, something that awaited after death. But what exactly were they worshipping? Was it a god? Or was it something far older, far darker? Something that lived in the shadows, waiting for its chance to influence the human mind. In the deep recesses of caves, humans began to carve symbols, to tell stories. But these weren't just depictions of daily life. No, these were symbols of fear, power, and mystery. The sun, the moon, the stars, all of them were now more than just objects in the sky. They became something more, something to worship, something to fear. The rise of organized religion marked the beginning of a new era, one where belief was no longer a personal spiritual journey but a tool of power. Around 3200 BCE, in the cradle of civilization, the Sumerians developed cuneiform, one of the earliest forms of writing. And what did they write about? Gods. But these gods weren't just figures to be worshipped. They were weapons to be wielded by those in power. In Egypt, around the same time, hieroglyphs began to tell the stories of divine beings who ruled over life and death. These stories were not just for spiritual comfort. They were designed to control the masses, to keep people obedient, to keep them afraid. These stories, the stories that would later become sacred texts, weren't original. They were reworked, twisted versions of older myths. Take the story of Noah's Ark. It's a tale we all know, but it's not the first of its kind. The Epic of Atrahasis, written centuries earlier, tells almost the same story. An ancient god warning a man to build a boat and save his family from a flood. The question is, why? Why would these stories need to evolve to be retold? The answer is chilling. Religion wasn't just about explaining the mysteries of the universe. It was about control. Those who wrote the stories, those who dictated the will of the gods, held the power to shape the fate of entire civilizations. From the very beginning, religion has been tied to power. Kings, emperors, and rulers across the ages have used the divine to justify their rule, to legitimize their conquests, and to control their people. It wasn't just about spiritual guidance, it was about domination. In ancient Egypt, pharaohs were considered gods on earth, their divine status unquestioned by the masses. In Mesopotamia, kings claimed to speak directly with the gods, using these supposed conversations to make laws, wage wars, and crush dissent. But what's truly disturbing is how these religious narratives evolved to serve the interests of those in power. The gods weren't static beings with fixed rules. Their demands changed depending on the needs of the rulers. Sacrifices were ordered, wars were justified, and entire populations were enslaved, all in the name of divine will. For centuries, religion held a firm grip on human knowledge. It told us what to believe, how the world worked, and what the universe was. But then, something changed. In the 16th and 17th centuries, a revolution began, one that would challenge everything religion had told us. Science, once viewed as a lesser pursuit, began to rise. Figures like Copernicus and Galileo dared to question the belief that Earth was the center of the universe. Their discoveries shattered religious doctrines, but not without a fight. Religion and science clashed in a battle for the truth. But while science relied on evidence, religion clung to faith. For every new discovery, religion adapted its narrative. The earth wasn't flat? Fine, but God still made it. Evolution? Well, perhaps it's part of God's plan. Now, in a twist no one saw coming, religion and science are beginning to come together in ways no one expected. In recent years, theologians and scientists have started exploring the possibility that perhaps the two aren't as incompatible as we once thought. Some argue that the Big Bang could be seen as evidence of a divine creation event. Others suggest that the intricate complexity of the universe, the fine-tuned laws of physics, point to something greater, something beyond mere chance. Neuroscience has also begun to play a role. Studies show that the human brain may be wired to seek out the divine. Could it be that religion isn't just a cultural phenomenon but something deeply ingrained in the human mind? Could our need to believe in something greater than ourselves be a product of evolution, a survival mechanism? So what is the truth? Is religion the ultimate guide to our existence, or has it been shaped and twisted by human hands to serve the needs of the powerful? Does science hold the key to unlocking the mysteries of the universe? Or is there something beyond the realm of evidence? Something we can only sense but never truly prove? The answer may not be simple, but one thing is clear. The more we explore, the more we question. Religion has shaped our past. Science combined with religion will shape our future. And the truth, whatever it may be, is still out there, waiting to be uncovered. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe for more spine-chilling content.